Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Starcraft 2 replay cast. Today it's a 1v1 on Ruins of Endion between our Red Terran player Miszu, and I hope I'm saying that right, and on the bottom left side we have our Blue Terran player Boxer, and we're going to speed this on up to the 8x mark, to the 2-minute point of the game, and everything starts to get real good. And I haven't casted in a while. I've been playing a lot of other games and such. You know, so many games, so little time kind of deal. And looks like we had a SCV scout come on in. And SCV lighting up the Zelnaga tower there. And the other one on the way back to the base. Back to work for you, SCV. And already busting out that reactor there. And one lowly Marine on lookout. He's got things covered. And busting out the Hellions as well. Starport on the way. So 1-1-1 build for Boxer. For Miszu, we have a barracks. And building Marines 2x2. But needs another supply depot. A little bit behind on that. Factory is up and running. And a starport for Miszu as well. A little bit behind for Miszu, but he did fast expand while Boxer did not. And the Hellion now torching that SCV. SCV gives up. He doesn't even try to fight back or anything like that. Now the Hellion now coming into the base, but the SCV is going to run on home. The Marines hopefully going to try and defend this, but we'll have to see what they can do. 4 Marines now will easily be able to take out that Hellion if it decides to come up the ramp, that is. So Miszu a little bit behind, but could have the economic advantage soon if he can just get back to work at his expansion, which is currently being overlooked by a Hellion. So Boxer going to be ahead of the game in terms of units right off the bat. It's going to have the good stuff kids go for. California Sunny D. Boxer coming in with a medevac and super secret drops incoming. And Widowmine going to get buried here. And it's going to be kind of bad this early in the game, but we have a Cyclone. And Cyclone is just chewing up those units. And now has a lock-on on that medevac. And takes out the medevac with 2 men in it. But there is still a Widowmine there. And I wonder if he forgot about that Widowmine. Just halfway to annihilating another couple SCVs. Cyclone and Viking super combo pack here. With a few Marines ready to go. And I'm just waiting for this Widowmine to go off because Widowmines are just oh so fun. And it's going to go off. It's going to hit something here. It's going to hit the Viking and take that out because why not? Actually took out a Marine with it too. And now Boxer's expansion is up and running here. And some SCVs and Maynarding on over, but it's not quite ready just yet. So very interesting builds between these two opposite builds. One fast expand, one fast drop, but the drop really didn't accomplish much. And I'm suspecting that Boxer actually lost more on that. He did, 800 to 575, but that doesn't always mean everything. He may have killed a few SCVs, which slows down Miszu a little bit, but didn't look like it amounted to that much. So we'll have to see how it works out. Some Marines here still guarding the backside. And now another expansion here for Boxer. So he's just going all out on that. Boxer coming around with a Banshee and should be able to get some kills here. Maybe take out that Mule there. And should be SCVs going down here. And Cloak has been researched as well. And taking out these SCVs. Not really going for the Mule. The Mule is kind of good to go for as it is getting a ton of resources and much more than the SCVs, but SCVs are permanent, Mules are not. And that Cyclone could get hit as well. 2 shots and that Cyclone would be down, but now it is being power repaired there. And now in the base here, turret just out of range, gonna get a few more, and 8 kills on this Banshee. I think it's paid for itself by now. And those are almost all SCVs as well, so very nice. Another Banshee here on the other side. Turret manages to get a couple shots there, and now the Cyclone going after the Banshee, owns the Banshee. 32 health remaining on that Cyclone, and Banshee now going after a couple of the SCVs over here, but gonna keep them all up there by that missile turret. But one of them strays away, a couple of them stray away, and Banshee gets another few kills. totaling 11 before it died. So I think that was quite worth it. That definitely slowed down Miszu quite a bit. Even the SCVs stopped momentarily. So far, I'd say Boxer winning the game, but that is a pretty vague statement at this point in the game. A couple more barracks coming up here for Boxer, some siege tanks coming out, Vikings as well. And so far, this Cyclone really paying off. 6 kills on that, 6 very important kills at that. Getting rid of those Banshees, always good. And Refinery coming up there for Miszu. A couple medevacs on the way now. And now Boxer can really step ahead of the economic game here with the second orbital command now up. And this expansion will be going strong soon here, bringing over SCVs one at a time and building them, sending them on over. Actually, well, kind of 3 at a time now, technically. And this one isn't building, though, unfortunately. And we'll go back to the production tab, because the production tab's always good. And combat shields, stim packs, level 1 armor for Miszu coming up. And 0-0 for Boxer. No upgrades in sight here. Now getting that level 1. So right now, Miszu sort of ahead of the game in terms of upgrades, and the armor is well, just barely ahead of that level 1, but still ahead is ahead. And if an engagement occurs when the upgrades actually kick in, that could be pretty big if Boxer doesn't have any upgrades whatsoever and level 1 armor kicks in for Miszu. So we'll have to see. Boxer patrolling the skies here next to his base. And Miszu just defending at the moment, but still only has 1 expansion, whereas Boxer has 2. However, that allows Miszu to focus a little bit more on his army now that Boxer has gotten that expansion, spending all the money over here. It does take time to start profiting from this, but it looks like it is in full swing now. And healing up that Marine just because on the way. And Cyclone moving on in here. Marines coming up, takes out the Cyclone, and dropping the siege tanks all over, and just total chaos here. Looks like Miszu has lost that fight. And that was very fast. Good old StarCraft 2 battles. Never a dull moment. And Marines run right into the siege tanks here. Siege tank's gonna get picked up and gonna get brought out of there. And the boost was ready. Could have boosted out of there, saved himself a little bit of damage on some of those medevacs. And 1 medevac there gonna go up and around, but it looks like Miszu saw that, and he definitely knows what's going on here, and it's gonna curve right there, and it's gonna run right over these units there. Loses quite a bit in that, but could have paid off if he could have got up and around there in time. And sensor towers all over the base of Boxer, which, you know, sensor towers, you don't see those every day. Those are sort of a rare occurrence. And now Miszu moving on in again, but gonna get spotted by these sensor towers, so he knows exactly what he's doing. And sensor tower really needs to be taken out, but there are more pressing issues on hand here, and the medevacs above all of the units here, and they need to get back, and they do. Picks up a couple of siege tanks, brings them back just a scotch, and some more Marines here coming in to buffer between those siege tanks. And these Vikings here are going to wreak havoc on the medevacs, takes out all the medevacs, and that is going to be GG. That was a very quick GG, very sudden, but the lesson has been learned. Vikings, very, very important in TvT. Taking out those medevacs is extremely important, and Vikings are definitely the best way to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this somewhat quick replay, but that is the way that StarCraft 2 games are going lately. They're very, very quick, 10 to 15 minutes tops. Anything more than that is quite an exceptionally long game. I remember way back in Legacy, or excuse me, Wings of Liberty, that is, the games could be 30, 40 minutes at a time, even 1 versus 1. So the game has been sped up dramatically. Hope you guys enjoyed it, though, and I will see you guys next time.